everyone, my name is Nicola Gore and this is Nikhil. Today we're going to cover a few concepts on occlusion just to simplify it for the dental foundation training purposes. So Nikhil, can you tell me what are the main three things in occlusion that you don't actually understand?
When you're working towards conformative or full mouth rehab, how to measure retruded contact position, and when you would use centric relation versus retruded contact position.
Okay, so I think these are common concepts which people have difficulty in. So me and Nikhil have done a little chart that we have actually split occlusion into three different easy steps to follow. So either you can follow a conformative approach and use the patient's maximum intercuspation and actually just do the restorations there, which will work for 1, 2, 3 units. If you're doing more than 1 unit, then you need articulation, and you study casts and probably diagnostic wax-ups. The other way is that if you could use the patient's maximum intercuspation, but if the patient has got tooth wear and there's lack of interocclusal space for you to put restorations in, still need to do your study casts, diagnostic wax-ups, like a case that Nikhil's done here, and then you will have reference points set out, and then can you put them together, and then you could actually use the diagnostic wax-up to reproduce that work in 1 day for the patient. And that normally works for total composite build-ups. If you're doing that, you could do it or book the patient in 1 day and do the whole case in 1 day, even for crown preps. So you could do the crown preps in 1 day, and then you could make temporary crowns off the diagnostic wax-up. So those two are quite straightforward. When it comes to the total mouth rehab, which you said you had difficulty in understanding that, obviously the issue here is that ICP and RCP don't coincide. In those other two situations, ICP and RCP coincide, so they're quite straightforward to actually reproduce it. But in a patient who's lost teeth or is edentulous, there is no actual proper intercuspation. So in those cases, we'll need to either use retruded contact positions for dentate people, or if they're edentulous, what do you use?
Centric relation.
Central relation, which is a relation of the condyle in the fossa. And if you are using in an edentulous patient, if you're using centric relation, then you follow the same steps as you're making a full denture for them. Freeway space being the key reference point here. So what is a freeway space normally?
Around 2 to 4 millimeters.
2 to 4 millimeters. But if the patient is dentate, then you need to actually be able to record the retruded contact position. And how we record that is by making them out of what?
You can use Duralay, or you can use cotton wool rolls and deprogram the mandible.
That's correct. You deprogram the mandible and you manage to put the patient into retruded contact position, and then you will use a beauty wax to record this, and obviously you need to use a face bow, and you send all the information to the lab technician. For this purpose, we have used this book, which is Fundamentals of Fixed Prosthodontics, Schillingberg, which will have, I think it's chapter 2, will have everything about the Lucia jig in it. And this book also is another book which I tend to use. It's got really nice photos. Thank you for listening to our little tutorial. Please message us if you have any queries about any of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.